Oh, what a week. I am so happy to be heading down to East Freetown, meet up with Rich for a ride on the rocks. You may recall East Freetown, 17-mile rock garden.
How can I help you?
Good morning. Could I have 2 Egg McMuffins? Riding the 300 TPI today. Very interested to see how the suspension handles all of the rocks here in Freetown. This first section is worth paying attention to because if you look at the trail, you see just a couple of roots and rocks here and there, and this is the only part of the entire 18 miles that looks anything like this. The rest is the rest is like this. Right from the start, I could tell the suspension was going to be pretty good. It soaks up all this stuff. It's really plush, but also pretty controlled. And this is just the stock setup. I think I moved the clickers around a tiny bit. No big deal.
Woo! At first I was like, I thought I went right into rock gardens. Oh, it does. We good?
Good. I thought it was going to be kind of a gentleman's ride, but oh my god, I'm having flashbacks just watching this. It's like this the whole way. Anyway, I thought it was going to be kind of a gentleman's ride, but we ended up going pretty hard and then just stopping a lot. Well, here's a moment I could actually learn from. If you look off to the right, you could just go off trail like 2 feet and get over the short end of that, the low end of that tree, but I didn't do that, and I fell down. So that's like the Sea Rider Playbook Chapter 2. Only stare at the trail, don't think creatively. You can see it cost me. I got hung up on that tree.
Yeah, I went around it. I thought there was a break, and I forgot. We're in Freetown, there is no breaks.
No brakes at Freetown is correct, and you can see here there was a decent amount of water on the trail. Some of the puddles were pretty deep, but man, the 300, like I get hung up here I think, and then just the nice low end torque and pulls me right out of this like no problem. When you can see that I finally get out of this thing, Rich is already gone. Drop the hammer. This open section up here, it makes you think like, oh, maybe it'll finally be nice, a little flowing section, but it's Freetown, so it instantly turns into a 20-mile-an-hour rock garden. But this is really good practice. Carrying speed through here, if you can control it, is the only way to get through here. The only way. Watching it back, I can tell you, it's like slightly mesmerizing. Because if you just watch it thinking of how to ride it, man, there's just a lot of decisions to be made. Dude, I'm trying so hard.
Which is the best time. You always want to buy a house in the middle of winter.
Sure.
That way you can't actually see what the land looks like. I know I'm not going to get fired. The only time you get fired is like you kill someone. Or...
So you can kind of tell how long the breaks were by the wide range of discussion topics. It was kind of like doing an interval workout. We would cruise through something like this as sort of as hard, more or less as hard as we could. And then just, man, be gassed. Take a little break. One thing, I always like to show footage of Rich. And usually I can't show footage of Rich because he's gone. But I'm doing okay today. Not bad. At least that's how it was for like the first third or maybe the first half. At the end of that section, Rich takes a hard right. What he needed to do is take a hard left. So, in the guise of being polite, I'm going to stop here and take another break. I'm trying to catch my breath.
Relentless.
I can't tell if I'm just out of shape or can't ride, or both.
Heart rate's up.
I bet mine's higher than yours.
150.
151. When we were pushing pretty solidly like this, the heart rate was around 155 to 160 something. which is what I can sustain for a long period of time. In the races, when I say it's pegged, well, you've seen it. That's when it's like in the mid to upper 170s, and that I can't really perform particularly well when it gets that high up. Been riding the road bike a lot, the bicycle, doing some running, of course, and also sitting at my desk and drinking coffee, which helps a lot. One of the things that keeps us coming back to Freetown is the constant surprises. You go over this bridge here, you think it's just the bridge. Actually, it's that huge mud bog after the bridge. That's the hard part. There's always something you don't totally expect around every corner. That just makes it a really intriguing place to ride. There's another bridge here, and so you're thinking, okay, there's another disaster right after the end of the bridge. There's nothing. And all of a sudden, check out this huge rock, boom, right there. Right in the middle of the trail, and you know what? Rode right over it. That was actually pretty good by me.
You were right on me.
Yeah, is the road out?
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, you?
Good.
How's it going? Pretty cool to see these two gorgeous chocolate labs out for a walk with the boss. That was awesome.
Those boys don't miss meals.
Like I was saying, there's always something to surprise you, like a giant boulder that cuts out into the middle of the trail. What I found difficult was getting going and getting your speed and momentum up after stopping. So trying to pick up momentum and stay up on top of everything when you're right in the middle of everything. About halfway through the ride at this point, very impressed with the stock suspension on the TPI. I mean, I'm not going particularly fast here, but it soaks up all of this stuff, and it encourages me to do what I should do, which is just hit stuff instead of riding around everything. And see there, I should be going over the top of that stuff, and the suspension will let me do it. Just a question of me catching up to the bike, I think.
Thank God there's not that many bugs.
No, that's like a summer thing. Not to say that there were not a lot of rocks up until this point, but this bridge right here leads into one of the tougher rock gardens in the whole place. I mean, it's just, there isn't really anywhere to go. You just have to hit stuff. And as you can see, oh man, you get a little deflected, a little knocked around. In here is where I wish my technique were a little bit better and I could rely less on my just physical conditioning, like wrestle it through. I think it was right around here I started to notice a jingling / clanking sound, almost like there was a set of keys somewhere on my bike. Soon enough, we'll figure out exactly what was making that noise. And check out this little mini wall we scale up here. I used to think this was so scary. Now it's just really fun. I don't know if you could hear that at all. If you listen for it, you could probably hear it. This is near the last quarter of the trail, but what we're riding right now, I think is actually not the trail at all. I have no idea where Rich is going. That's not the trail. What are you doing?
I went the wrong way, huh?
I hear something jingling. Like
oh,
keys.
no bueno.
What's that?
Your skid plate.
Well, that's the kind of attention to detail you really look for. Oh boy.
Think that'll stay?
Yeah, so the front screws on my skid plate came out, which I think means obviously I didn't put them in the right way. Actually, lucky I didn't get hurt.
I don't think you take it all the way out either. or you do. That's fine.
What do you mean? You're doing it wrong.
Am I?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
It comes out, slides out. Oh, sorry.
Wow, talk about the blind leading the blind. That was me showing Rich how to use a tool. Now, by coincidence, where my skid plate fell off, just off to the left here, there's this huge wall, which captured our interest.
That's intimidating.
It is. Not today. But then you're going to go here and come down. And you got to carry your momentum up over that, right?
Oh, actually, no, it's fine. Because that's like, yeah, no, that's not fine. That'd be fucking hard.
But I think we can do it this summer at some point in time. Or the spring.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely doable. Got no ass. Zero ass. All belt, no ass.
Yeah, I guess we're different that way.
Like I said, it was a gentleman's ride. We're just out having a good time, cracking jokes in the woods and taking parts off of my bike. Anyway, so then I was totally psyched out the rest of the ride, thinking that I didn't have a skid plate and I was going to gouge my frame on one of these rocks, which, like this section right here, there's a lot to hit your frame on.
No skid plate.
Yeah, it got pretty ugly. This was kind of like closing time here. We're just running out of energy and just pawing our way along. It wasn't good.
Okay.
Last little push here, and it's Freetown, right? So of course the last little push is at least as hard as anything we've done so far. I was totally freaked out about the no skid plate thing. And, embarrassingly, the no skid plate thing was totally unnecessary. The bike comes with bolts and bolt holes. You screw the skid plate right into the frame. I wish I'd known about that. Sometimes I wonder if I'm safe to, you know, be in the real world.
Home stretch.
Yeah, Rich has been saying it's the home stretch for like 15 minutes now. Oh, are we ever going to get there? And can I please put my skid plate? God, look at this. My God, I had forgotten this whole section. That's not easy. Ay, 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 ay. Actually, what I would really like to see is someone like Brian Dussault or one of these AA guys come flying through here just so that I could understand how it's done properly. Whew. All right, well, we got through all that, and then there's this nice little stretch at the end, very photogenic, so here it is, your moment of zen. Well, guys, another Freetown in the books. Put that one down as a victory. No big crashes. Some stuff fell off my bike, but didn't seem like it was too big of a deal. And a beautiful day of riding with Rich. Summer is here. The KTM 300, unbelievable. Although I think maybe next time out, time to try the Beta 390 again. See you next time, guys. Stay safe.
Very, very close. His teammate Mark Marquez crashed. He's crashed. Let's focus though here on Maverick Vinales, and Quattro's up as well. Dear me, we still may well at the end of all this have a French 1-2 on the grid.